No, really, I'm actually painting white fur on a cat in this video. This is the tutorial. Hi everyone, welcome back. As promised, today I am painting white fur for real. Hope you enjoyed our little April Fool's joke. Here is the actual video I promised. What you're going to see is I'm actually going to paint in all the fur texture as well. So this is good for a flat model. And the colors that I am going to use are going to be scale color, petroleum gray. That's our shadow. And then scale color bearing blue. Then we're going to use Pro Acryl's white blue. And Reaper's unicorn white. Those will be the highest highlights. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm actually going to be starting with the mid-tone here. This is a 50-50 mix of the white blue and petroleum gray, and we are going over a zenithal highlight. I know I said just prime it white in the last video, but that was just for April Fools. Really, you do want to use a zenithal. And when I go over it, I'm actually only going to do one coat because I want to kind of gray it down and make it a little bit uniform, but I still want to keep that zenithal undercoat. So all I'm doing here is one nice base coat, and once I get this all painted up, then I will be back to go over the next step. Now that the base coat is on, I'm actually going to the bearing blue and mixing a little bit of that into some of it's a 50-50 with the gray. And that is going to be my next shadow down. And so I am guessing all the places that I believe the shadows should be. And one thing that you'll notice is that I'm not actually using normal paint strokes. I'm actually using lines for everything. So from here on in, I'm trying to get the texture. So I'm adding lines. They're not very thin because you don't get a lot of that detail in the shadows anyway. So I'm not worried about thin lines or making them real sharp lines, but I do want to pay attention to the directionality of the way the fur goes. Fur, of course, being hair, small strands, very representative for thin lines. But in the shadows, you don't see a lot of that detail. So now I'm moving into my darkest of dark, which is going to be just the gray, the scale color gray. Fur has a complete pattern to it. On the back, it goes from the neck to the butt. On the tail, it goes from the base of the tail up to the tip. On the paws, it's going to go forward from the body down. On the face, it goes from the nose to the cheek, and then again from the nose up to the forehead, and then down around the back. So you do need to pay attention to which way the fur falls, and that's the direction you want your lines to go in. Once again, we're not being too particular about the width of the lines or how thin they are. Really, we just want to get the idea of the hair going in those directions. One other thing to note about the way I'm painting, since this is not my normal way of painting, I'm actually not very good at painting in reverse like this. I'm actually overshadowing it right now, and then I'm gonna have to go back and re-add the lighter shades because, you know, I'm going too far because I don't know how far I have to go, since I don't normally paint like this. Usually going the other way, it's easier for me. Once I've got all the dark in, then I go back with my blue, and I'm just gonna go over and kind of lighten that to where the shades end up looking correct. Now I'm coming in with just the white blue, and here's where I really want to keep short. I'm doing a short hair cat. This one's based on Snowball. I'm really focusing on the thin lines. So we're finally getting the white put in, and we want to make sure that we leave enough shadow that it reads shadow, but get enough of this white that it does still read as a white cat. Here we're trying to make not necessarily extremely thin lines, but a lot of thin and short lines. Then we're gonna go through and we're gonna do the highest highlights with the white. I'm gonna focus mostly on the face because that's where we wanna draw the most attention. Here you can see that it's a nice, bright, clear, reads as white cat. And yes, I did paint him up to look like my Snowball with the 2 color eyes. I think it looks great. You can see all that texture, all that fur. It looks like he's furry. All that texture was just added with all those strokes. So it is tedious, it is a little bit annoying, but you get great results when you do it. Now, as you see these two next to each other, the white cat looks very, very, very gray against the stark April Fool's Simon's cat. And that's because white is white in comparison to what's around it. So if you're gonna put a brighter white next to it or a brighter white behind it, you're going to make it look gray. That's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you didn't mind waiting for it, the little bit of extra time from Monday to today. And if you're watching this in the future, then you probably didn't see the April Fool's one and don't know what I'm talking about anyway. I'm gonna wrap it up here. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments below. I always answer every comment. While you're down there, you can check out all the ways you could support us should you choose to. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, have fun and keep creating. Big news! We're announcing the winner of our Cry Droofy giveaway. Thank you to everyone who participated, and a big thank you to Cry Droofy for sponsoring the contest. Our 2 winners are listed on the screen. Please reach out to me and provide your US shipping address, and we'll have Cry Droofy send you your prizes. Congratulations! Thank you again for watching, for supporting the channel. And again, a big thank you to Cry Droofy for your sponsorship of the contest.